Good morning everyone, my name is Michelle. I hope you're doing well. Welcome to another video. It's Tuesday morning, the 18th of June, and it's all going down in Tennessee right now. Yeah, we visit Tennessee a lot on this channel. We're going to look at the latest in the Sebastian Rogers case, and we're going to look at some really disturbing facts that are coming out about the cases of Hollynn Snapp and Layla Santanello, both of those young women missing from Kingsport in Tennessee. Layla has been missing for almost a year. In just a few days' time it will be the year mark, and Hollynn has been missing since last October. Also, at the end, I'm going to cover briefly some other missing cases from Tennessee. Let's go. All right, let's start with the Sebastian Rogers case. And Nick Berris from News Channel 5 Nashville, 7 hours ago as I record this, put an update on his Facebook. So he says, let's revisit an exclusive story of mine on the Sebastian Rogers case that continues to generate a good amount of buzz. This story dates back to March 14th, almost 3 weeks after the 15-year-old disappeared from his Hendersonville home. Of course, he's been missing since the early morning hours of February 26th. I obtained a clip of exclusive security video that appears to show two lights moving around after dark near the home. All I have is that clip, nothing more. And I show that in its entirety in the story, where I highlight the light images because they are so vague. That's all you can really see. As far as I know, this is the only home security video taken from the area that night Sebastian disappeared that shows anything of potential significance. I confirmed at the time the video was being scrutinised by authorities and it's in the case file. You can watch the original story here. Well, he's not put a live link, but I can show you the original flashlights video that generated an awful lot of buzz. So I and many others at the time believed they were flashlights, with subject one being close to a hedge line or a tree line and subject two going to meet them. Well, turns out that video that Nick Berris was given was just a small fraction of a larger video. And we've been talking about that a lot on this channel. Many other creators have also talked about it. But let's finish Nick's story before we get to that. Since it aired, several things have happened. Authorities tell me the video is currently of no evidentiary value, though they don't rule out the possibility of that changing if new evidence surfaces. So that was the Chief Deputy from Sumner County Sheriff's Office, Eric Craddock. I did ask what investigators who vetted the video believed the source to be, the lights, and they declined to say. Others close to the case, which was Seth and Chris, claim the lights are either floodlights or from a garbage truck. Well, there's both. According to Seth and Chris, you've got subject one, which is a stationary light, and it's only moving because the entire thing's moving, because someone is filming this home security video on their phone. These are floodlights. This is actually a truck in the driveway. They're all stationary, but they're all moving together because, you know, that person's hand's shaking. And then the only actual moving light is subject 2 when that pops up. And apparently, according to Seth and Chris, that is the garbage truck, but it's over on Honeysuckle Drive, which is the next road over to the west, and that is the light on the garbage truck. But it just shows as a tiny light, and it looks big because this is so zoomed in. You can see that it's literally floodlights, that light, that's the top of the truck there, so you actually only see that portion right there. And the light is from this camera on the corner of Stafford and Kelling. You see Honeysuckle over there, that's on a hill. And then subject 1 is actually this light. And then those floodlights are on a house over here. So it's this camera. We've talked about this a lot on this channel. I'm no expert, but those look more like flashlights or cell phone lights to me. But who knows? There are those who claim to see other images in the video. Nope. No, there's no other images in the video. Some say they have pulled telling audio evidence from the video. Nope. Now, there's fake audio going round. Dear God, don't get me started, or else I'll start ranting again like I did in yesterday's live stream. Don't get me started. There's no audio of Chris and Katie. Dear God. The clip I have does not have audio from that night. If anything is heard, it's likely audio from when the video was recorded off a monitor. In the absence of any new developments, there are those trying to make this video into something it's not. Me? I believe it shows individuals with small lights outside the home. Remember, Sebastian left with a flashlight, but that's only my opinion, I can't prove it. And the only opinion that really counts is for investigators who continue to work the case. And again, they say for now the video is of no evidentiary value. We'll see if that changes. Sebastian has now been missing for nearly 4 months. No credible sightings or leads have surfaced, but no one is giving up. If you can help, call 1-800-TBI-FIND. Share. I always share Nick's posts when he's talking about Sebastian. So we do have this video, talked about this over the last few days on this channel, and the timestamp is stuck on the 24th of February 2023 at 3:11 and 4 seconds. It's stuck. You can see when the video plays, it's stuck. It's just stuck. Whatever reason, it's stuck, and it's been stuck since February 2023. Now, this is the full image. So, Nick was only sent this, as I said, this corner. So, because Nick's only been sent this corner, it does look deceptive. So, apparently, the lights that Nick thinks are flashlights were 5-something in the AM. And the cops have this, and they have confirmed that it was that night, even though they say it's of no evidentiary value. And it's 5-something. That's when the trash truck comes to the area. There's also this video, which has been doing the rounds. It's actually been in my Facebook group for a long time, but I totally forgot about it. And then other people have picked up on it since I mentioned it. So this light comes on. Now, I've been speculating, a few other creators have been speculating that that's either a headlight or a tail light from a vehicle on the corner of Stafford and Kelling. And that's the grass verge. There's a big debate as to whether that's a truck or whether that's the mailbox. If it's a truck, it's a truck. If it's in front of the mailbox, cool. If it's the mailbox, cool. But we do know where this camera is. It's on the corner of Stafford and Kelling. Is it relevant? We don't know. Law enforcement have never addressed this particular aspect of the video, so we don't even know whether it's from that night. We know it's from the same camera as Nick Berris's video, but what we don't know is what time this was and what day it was, because the timer's stuck. The clock's stuck. So is it relevant? We don't know. All right, so moving on to Hollynn Snapp and Layla Santanello. The two cases seem very strangely intertwined, even though it has been stated for a long time that their cases are not connected. All right, so SF investigator Steve Fisher, who is the private investigator for Hollynn Snapp, working with her family, and then Layla Santanello via George and Brittany. So George is Layla's dad and Brittany is Layla's stepmother. And then Layla's biological mother is Jennifer Santanello, who's got a big TikTok following now. So we'll talk about Jennifer shortly. Steve has been talking for a while on his Twitter, sharing what he can about Hollynn Snapp. So this isn't new news, but this was shared by Trevor Lee about Hollynn. And Steve Fisher, like I said, is the PI, and he has been talking about this beating that Hollynn took for a while now. Leading up to her disappearance, Hollynn Snapp was beat nearly to a state of immobility by a 50-year-old man. He did this to a 4'8", 90-pound Hollynn, who mentally mirrors a teen or a child. Well, she is a teen. She's 19, so she is technically a teen, even though she's an adult. But she's tiny. This coward was one of the last people to see Hollynn before she was reported missing, along with multiple witnesses inside the home who saw this happen and did nothing. Never intervened, nor did they call for help for her. The unparalleled cowardice it takes to sit by and watch this happen is sickening, not to mention the absolutely spineless and evil monster that put his hands on Hollynn and violently assaulted her. To those mentioned above, you know exactly who you are. Someone knows something, they probably all do, and the DA's office isn't giving deals to anyone. Someone can speak up, or you can watch this community stand by the pursuit of answers every single day until you are all held accountable for your actions. Where is she? Grab a phone, call 1-800-TBI-FIND and put this to an end. Please. Well said, Trevor. So she was last seen on October 5th, 2023. So she had a violent beating. Then what happened? That's what we don't know. Did she die of those injuries and they hid her somewhere? Reports suggest she was residing with an older man on Bell Ridge Drive in Kingsport, the outskirts of Kingsport. 50-year-old man who locals allege physically abused her. And a bunch of people in that house know what happened. Her mother had the last known contact over the phone, but people did have contact with her after this. It's just that they're not speaking up. The exact day of her disappearance, perhaps death, beaten to death maybe, who knows, is unclear, but it's believed to have occurred on or after October 5th. She does have distinguishing markings, a tattoo on her right arm. There's a pyramid with an eye in the middle that's blue. This pyramid is on the top of a circle. That's Hollynn. Now, how does this intertwine with the Layla Santanello case? So both women go missing within 4 months of each other. Both young women, Hollynn 19, Layla was 20 at the time of her disappearance. She's now 21, nearly 22. And she's tiny as well. She's like 4'10". So it was strange that you've got these two young women, both very small and, childlike really. Even though Layla does have a child of her own and she was 20 when she went missing. And both from Kingsport and potentially moving in the same circles. But yet the two cases have been said are not connected. Or are they? Because newer information has come out. And again, it's Steve Fisher, the PI, who's working for George and Brittany, Layla's dad and stepmother, who's been putting little bits of information out. Do I think Jennifer Santanello's niece, so Jennifer Santanello being Layla's mother, who lived at the property where Hollynn Snapp went missing, this is according to the PI, Jennifer Santanello's niece was living at the property, so perhaps one of the witnesses who saw Hollynn Snapp being beaten to a state of immobility. So she could know what happened to Hollynn Snapp and even Layla Santanello, because Layla just disappeared late night of the 26th of June into the morning of the 27th of June. She was seen early in the morning, 27th of June. And she had an argument with her boyfriend. She'd gone walkabout for a few days, spoken to her mother by a text message, and then she just disappears. So did she contact family members and went there? I don't know. That's maybe a speculation too far. I want to keep this factual. I've already shown you Trish Murphy Phillips' arrest from yesterday. That's Jennifer's niece. But here is her indictment for felony accessory after the fact to first-degree murder and maintaining a dwelling where controlled substances are used or sold. Jennifer can call out the Sullivan County Sheriff as much as she wants, but Jennifer is lying when she says no drugs were found in the car. They were. She questions why they would suspect her wheelchair-bound niece, but the reason might be the attached indictment plus her March 2023 arrest for possessing 39 grams of fentanyl, 4 grams of heroin, 39 grams of crystal meth and 10 grams of crack pills and a pistol. Now get this, her son is Stephen McGovern, who lived with Jennifer Santanello and is charged with aggravated kidnapping and other felonies. So this will be Jennifer Santanello's great nephew, because if this woman Trish is Jennifer's niece and then Trish's son is Stephen, he's going to be Jennifer's great nephew. So charged with aggravated kidnapping and other felonies from a few weeks ago. Jennifer can defend her family, that is her right, but we also have the right to know the truth so we can decide who is trustworthy and who isn't. I have been attacked by her, Bullhorn Betty, and a corrupt TikToker from Kingsport for months, all while knowing who I have been dealing with. And there is more information to come. Betty and Olivia support this behaviour, but call me a fraud. Remember the marble slab incident and how they claimed I ruined the entire investigation, but I ended up being right. Yeah, the marble slab sighting proved to be someone else, not Layla. The thing is, Jennifer, Bullhorn Betty and Olivia, I know far more about these cases than you will ever know. While you are promoting GoFundMe campaigns, I am working around the clock trying to find Layla and Hollynn and get them justice. Betty and Olivia got the Kiara video from Patricia Murphy Phillips, who had stolen it from a phone. Bullhorn, Olivia and Jennifer colluded with a felon who was under indictment for accessory after the fact to attempted first-degree murder and who is a fentanyl and meth dealer, to publish a video in an attempt to take me down as an internet PI. How did that work out? So this is the arrest information for Trish. Now, Jennifer Santanello has a big TikTok following, and I've supported Jennifer. She's been talking, though, over the last few days about this arrest. Go over to TikTok and listen to Jennifer's videos for her side of this story. You know, there's two sides to every story. And maybe somewhere here is the truth of what happened not only to Hollynn, but to Layla. Did someone from this family pick Layla up? Did something happen? All right, finally, let's share a few missing people from Tennessee. This is 15-year-old Cassandra Russell, age 15, white, blonde hair and blue eyes, 5'2", 202 pounds, missing from Greenville in Tennessee. No information about what she was wearing, and she's been missing since April 25th, 2024. And it's only in the last few days I've become aware of this case. Where is 15-year-old Cassandra? Greenville Police Department want to hear from you if you've got a credible lead. 423-639-711 or the TBI at 1-800-TBI-FIND. Peyton's been found, I believe. This is Chloe, by the way, the ex-PI from Sebastian's case, who's sharing these. So we've got, has anybody seen my brother Josh, age 25, last seen in downtown Nashville? Last heard from him on Mother's Day. Don't know whether he's been found yet. but Chloe shared that just 6 hours ago. 25-year-old. Josh, I've got this one. 14 years old. Just 4 hours ago, Chloe shared this. Xenia Pafford. Brown hair, blue eyes, 5'3", 115 pounds. Missing from Kingsport. What is it with Kingsport? It's like a black hole for missing people. The Kingsport Police Department is requesting the public's assistance in locating a missing 14-year-old juvenile. Xenia Pafford is believed to have left her residence in Kingsport sometime during the night of June 16th. So, only a couple of days ago. Hopefully she's just run away, she's hiding out somewhere and she'll be found quickly. Investigators believe she may be heading to the Greenville area. Xenia was last seen wearing a black tank top, black sweatpants and white shoes with the Nike logo. She has a piercing on her right side of her nose. Anyone with information regarding Xenia's current whereabouts is asked to contact Kingsport Central Dispatch 423-246-911 or the Criminal Investigations Division at 423-229-9429. Or, of course, you can always call the TBI on 1-800-TBI-FIND. I think that's the easiest number to remember. And, of course, we've got Sebastian with his Amber Alert. All right. That's a lot. It's a lot to digest. So let me know your thoughts about all of these cases in the comments, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye, guys. So I think he had a seizure somewhere. That's my number one theory now. Cassie.